All right, let's put our phones on vibrate, on silent, on airplane.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to This Week in MLS presented by Target. Big weekend. We had a big weekend of MLS action. Lots of spoilers, and I'm going to give some love to NYCFC, who clinched a playoff berth for the second year in a row. Got some happy NYCFC fans tweeting at me, so bravo.
Tweet at
bravo.
Susannah. You'll get on the show.
Bravo.
It will happen.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Yes, you will. Let's get to our twin takeaways.
Let's do it.
I'm going to tee you up. I'm going to let you go first, buddy.
Great. Okay, well, I would like to start off in a similar place, the same place we started last week, with Diego Valeri continuing to score goals. This guy's been unstoppable. He now has 19 and a league-leading 20th goal of the season.
Golden boot, baby.
Firmly establishing himself, for me, in the front of the pack as far as the MVP race goes. You know, they lost Adi on the 6th of August, and the team has been forced to adjust. Now they have Darren Maddox playing up top. He was a nightmare all day for Jonathan Spector and the Orlando City backline, but it really has been Diego Valeri, his 9th consecutive game. I've almost lost track because he just scores every time. 2 goals in this one, of course. He's been fantastic. Of course, Michael Bradley and Josie should be mentioned. David Villa has been excellent. Joseph Martinez has made a last push, but as far as being able to step up without Adi, consistency and lifting the load, Diego Valeri, for me, has been the most valuable player this year.
I like it. Excellent takeaway.
Thank you very much.
Calen. Okay, so my turn. I'm going to talk about another team in the West, Vancouver, who I have been talking about. I just am continuing to put that out there. Vancouver wins 2-1 over Colorado. They are now unbeaten in 7 games. They're sitting on top of the Western Conference standings with 48 points. And this is a team who I think has flown under the radar, not to me. Thank you. Thank you.
You've been on them.
You've been on them. But they have flown under the radar. Carl Robinson actually said after the game, he was like, I don't really care if people aren't maybe giving us our fair due. Let's let the results sort of speak for themselves. But you have to talk about the return of Jordi Reyna to this lineup and what he has brought. Freddie Montero having an excellent season. He's on 13 goals, matching his career best in MLS. We talk about TFC being sort of the team in Canada, you know, to watch. Sure. I think Vancouver might have something to say about it. I really, really like this team.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, people talk about TFC, of course, and then you also talk about Montreal Impact, but the one that's often lost is on the West Coast, Vancouver. And I've been a little disappointed saying maybe there won't be that playoff rematch between the two Canadian sides now with the Red Bulls dropping down a little bit. Montreal might be able to get back in, but the prospect of an all-Canadian final in MLS Cup is there, and I think that could be an exciting one to watch.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
And Vancouver is a beautiful city. Beautiful city.
I don't think they'll be hosting it.
Beautiful
but
city.
They may be there.
But we might have a chance to visit.
This playoffs,
which would be all right. Okay, well, speaking of Toronto FC, bit of a rough week for them. 2 losses for the Giants. They lose 5-3 to Montreal and then 2-1 to the Revs on some late goals. And before people get real mad at me, I want to give some credit to Montreal and the Revs for really showing up against TFC. 5 goals from Montreal, right? I mean, come on. And the Revs, they had that couple late goals. That was an exciting game to watch. But it seems as if Toronto in the last week maybe has taken their foot off the pedal.
Yeah.
Just a hair. And I'm not worried about them. I don't think anybody should be. But is it a bit of a problem for them that they seem to have lost a little bit of steam at this point?
No.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. I think it's really what TFC has done this season is unprecedented because they have something that is a luxury in MLS and you never see, the ability to rest and relax. They're going to win the Supporters' Shield. They're 10 points clear of NYCFC. Nobody in the West is going to be able to come close to them as far as home field advantage for MLS Cup. So they go to Gillette, no Josie, rest him, no Sebastian Giovinco. They've been able to have a little bit of a mini break right now, and of course it doesn't go as well. Give credit to Tommy Sohn and the Revs for giving a little bit of bounce that you often see when you get a new coach, manager come into play. And then Montreal always plays them tough, but they've been able to give themselves a little bit of a break. Now, if those guys play in that game and they get injured, you'd never forgive yourself.
Exactly.
So now they're going to be able to really come together these last 3 matches, try and regain that same sort of momentum that they've built all season into the playoffs. TFC, they deserve a little rest, and they'll get back to reestablishing that dominance and rhythm that they've had all season.
Only 2 points away from clinching that Supporters' Shield, so feeling
Greg Vanney,
that's coming.
Coach of the Year.
I love Greg Vanney. All right, well, let's talk about the Red Bulls and the Crew, who played in a very entertaining match this weekend. I was looking forward to this one because there was actually a lot riding on this game for both teams. The Crew win this one 3-2. Columbus now sitting in 4th place. They are just 1 point behind Chicago. The Red Bulls, though, they are now only 3 points behind Montreal in the standings. They're also coming off that really disappointing loss in the U.S. Open Cup final. What's going on there? Are we worried about the Red Bulls,
Well,
Calen?
yes, Red Bulls 3 points ahead of Montreal right now. Now they have a game in hand, but they've dropped 5 points off of the Crew now. This is one of those 6-point swings when you play each other in the Eastern Conference. Justin Miram with a beautiful goal. Do not allow him to cut onto that right foot and find that back post. But this is not surprising for me because after losing a cup final, you can say it doesn't affect you. But the sting of winning, having a chance of winning a title for the Red Bulls is going to carry over a little bit, but they have no time to lick their wounds. They really need to get back going. A lot to play for and some danger of missing out in the playoffs if they don't figure it out quick.
Okay, so on the flip side of that U.S. Open Cup finals, talk about Sporting Kansas City, who rode that wave, rode that momentum. They get the 2-1 win over LA. I mean, this is a team that looks to be in a really good groove right now. Can they continue this momentum, and what's the difference between a team like them and the Red Bulls?
Well, you said the right word there. It's momentum, and momentum matters at this point in the season. You've seen teams like Atlanta really surge through the standings, and Sporting Kansas City has been another team that's within that group of teams that are really rising right now, and winning a title will do that for you. It helps your confidence. And one guy who is absolutely buzzing right now is Daniel Shalhoub. And he's a player that I really like. An excellent run through from the game winner of the Open Cup final, and then now carries it into the weekend. And a fantastic little run here. He gets lost, gets on the back shoulder of Siani, and the moment he turns to check his shoulder, he comes across, great ball from Rubio and a finish. And then the second goal, Sporting does a fantastic job of really exposing a little bit of the defensive frailty of the Galaxy, as many teams have done throughout the season.
Gosh,
no, I mean, you got to feel for Jossie here because it's not his natural position playing at right back, but he gets sucked up a little bit, makes a bet that you can make as a winger but not as an outside back, is able to get him behind there on the left-hand side, square ball to Rubio, who has been fantastic in this one. Not just the goal and the assist, but just fantastic with his hold-up play. He's been really a positive for them. So Sporting Kansas City really moving on all cylinders right now.
Indeed. All right, well, another team.
And a quick shout out to Ike for his goal line clearance. Our
correspondent.
Yes, that's
Ike.
what he is.
God, we need more. We need more Ike content.
Yeah.
I gotta reach out to him. We'll see what he can bring.
Shout
us.
out to Ike.
Shout out to Ike. We love him. Okay, so another team that played a little bit of a spoiler this weekend. Minnesota taking it to Dallas, man. And I hate to say it, but who hasn't been taking it to Dallas? Mini gets the 4-1 win at home. Dallas has not won a game since July 22nd. Okay, this is over 2 months ago since Dallas has won a game. This was a team that we were talking about. They win this U.S. Open Cup last year. They win the Supporters' Shield last year. Heading into this season, we're talking about Dallas as
a dynasty.
Best. Yes, exactly. One of the best teams in the league, if not the best. And it's just looking dire. It's looking really dire. This collapse has been pretty epic. Can they make the playoffs? It almost appears as if this is a team that's kind of resigned to their fate.
Well, momentum, right? We talked about that?
Yes, it's a
Their
theme
momentum
today.
has gone the other direction. This team really has all the pieces. It's really just a crisis of confidence. These guys have no confidence right now. It's completely sucked out of the group. So when one goal comes from Minnesota, then you start to feel the second missed penalty from Mauro Diaz. Then it goes the other way where it's really self-inflicted wounds. Abu Danladi capitalizes late. He's been great over the last several weeks for Minnesota United. So credit to Minnesota, but Dallas right now really, really needs to find just a foothold, a draw, something to get back on track, and maybe some home cooking.
I'm truly shocked. I'm truly shocked. Okay, let's dig into the comments. I wanna dig into the comments a little bit. We've got a quick comment from Huda Man. Huda Man!
Huda Man!
Huda Man!
Huda Man.
I love this. What a little handle that is. Okay, so he wants to talk about Real Salt Lake. He said, I feel that Real Salt Lake is one of the most underrated teams in the league. People usually don't say that they're going to make a big splash in the playoffs. However, they're going in the right direction. As we just mentioned, Dallas, Houston kind of falling apart. RSL on the rise. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. Calen, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they've been fantastic. And what I was talking about this exactly last week where this team has been overlooked. Rusnak has been fantastic for them. The young guys, they've got Jefferson Savarino, who's been fantastic as well. Great finish in this one. What I like best about this team is their mobility. They've got a lot of young pieces, not the biggest team, but they move and interchange really well. They're able to spread teams out, get the ball wide, cut it back across. They're just very dynamic. Late in season, when you're playing against maybe some heavy legs, the youth is really starting to show as far as their exuberance and interplay. So I really like this team. Luke Mulholland as well has been great. An underrated player in MLS, the type of guy that I like. His goal celebration, though, we got to work on that, Luke. Let's, come on, man. How's that face doing?
How to face.
How to face.
How that face.
Who to face.
Okay, so, Calen,
yeah.
MLS is unveiling their 24 under 24 shortly, right?
Wow.
So these are the young bucks, as you alluded to.
Wait, can I say something?
Yes, you can.
I don't have a vote for the 24 under 24.
I don't either.
So can we start in the comment section? Somebody,
I feel
please.
We're qualified.
Yes. Make a campaign
I would like
for
to have my
Susannah
voice
and
be
Calen
heard.
to get a vote for 24.
I agree. Okay, so these players are going to be revealed this week. One guy that I believe is probably going to be at the very top of this list, Miguel Almiron of Atlanta.
That's your vote?
You know, it is.
Okay.
100%
like
my vote. Really, really devastated to see him go off with the hamstring injury in that game against Montreal. Atlanta wins 2-0, but they lose Almiron. I don't know, Calen. I'm sure you can look back at this game and be like, should he have been playing? Maybe in a multi-goal game you take him out. I don't know, but hopefully it's not too serious.
I mean, that's been the criticism of Tata Martino. He's you know, there's not much you can complain about as far as their attack goes lately.
No.
But the squad rotation hasn't really come. They've leaned on these front 4 especially. And even some guys in the back like Parkhurst who could probably use a rest. Bobby Boswell has just come over there to the team, an experienced defender that you can plug in for a game. You know, Gressel is another guy that hasn't been used as much as he possibly could. Jacob Peterson. They've had people to lean on, but they've stuck with Villalba. All the
goal.
His finish has been But now, if they miss Almiron for any extended period of time, they had threatened to miss out on that seeding. If he potentially is even out towards the playoffs or getting close to the playoffs, that's a risk that you do not want to take.
Okay, Calen, it's about that time.
Oh, yeah.
Hit that button. Yeah.
All right, you're up.
So good. So, did you see that this week? And this is especially for producer Paulie, who is a big DC United guy, and we haven't had a lot of fun things to talk about when it comes to DC this year, but Patty Mullins with 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 goals in this game. It was unbelievable. They beat San Jose 4-0. Took him 31 minutes to do this. That is the fastest 4 goals in MLS history.
Well, he played more than 31 minutes.
Well, he did.
He
and
just
they were all in
scored
the
his
second
goals
half.
in 31 minutes.
It was great. So. But, obviously, as we kind of close the door on the RFK era, it was really, really kind of cool to see the fans going nuts and that place rocking for maybe one of the last
RFK,
times.
one of my favorite places to play.
Interesting, yeah.
All time.
Yeah.
Such a legendary venue. And San Jose, I don't know what to say. I said this last week.
On the road.
They go on the road and get smashed, but they're in 6th place, just above the line, still in playoff position. We'll probably go home next week and win. So, that's how it goes.
Patty Mullins.
Okay, am I up?
Yep.
Did that go off?
I think so. I heard it.
Okay, good. It was faint. Simon was being a little, come on, be a little louder today, Simon. My Did You See That is a new signing that you may not have heard about. Coming straight out of Portland, a young player, Derek Telez, signed by Merritt Paulson and the Timbers. I think after the wire, but a big signing with a big impact and a big story. He was a Make-A-Wish kid who they brought in and signed as a goalkeeper. Him and his brother Josue got the red carpet treatment, brought in from a limousine. The Timbers Army had a big tifo. His magic is real. And then, of course, won the game, cut a log for him.
So great.
Portland Timbers organization, fans, consistently awesome guys. And congratulations to Derek on a man of the match performance for the squad.
So cool.
Yeah, love it.
I love that.
So
Great
cool.
one, Calen.
Yes.
Good. Did you see that? Guys, that's all we have here today. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Keep an eye out for that 24 under 24, because that'll be fun to check out. And get in those comments. Like, subscribe.
Yeah, who do you
watch
think's going
all
to be
our
at the
stuff.
top of the 24 under 24 list?
Make a campaign for us getting
a vote. Yes.
That would be great. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
See ya.